Hi guys, my name is Meets. This is going to be another review for NX EdgeStyle MazinKaiser, another Tamashi product. So this is the second one that came out, the first one being the Strike Freedom. And I have a few ups and downs, in particular with that figure, and hopefully this one will be a little different. Although, it's pretty much the same from what I can see so far. Alright, so for those not familiar, this is an action figure having that super deform or chibi style on the popular robots, mechs, or super robots made, and it looks pretty cool. Alright, let's take a look inside. Alright, we have the base here, and I think it's just generic for all the NX EdgeStyle, which is mounted here. Now this one, they're not on screws, and you actually see there's an octagon shaped peg there. You have to pop them out and reposition them if you want to do so. But that's the base right there. It also comes with the three kind of like pegs. Comes you can mount it on one side, and you can stack another base on top of this. And these are just starting to stack up, but eventually once we get enough NX EdgeStyle, it probably will look good as a tower. So I will do that eventually. And so far, I'm liking it. Alright, instructions. It's always good to check it. Alright, so things we can do. Just like we move the fin in front, the horns, and that thing in the middle. You get the rocket punch. Interchangeable hand, slight angle for the sword, to how to assemble the backpack, and connection ports underneath the waist and on the back, and how to use the action base. I think that's pretty much it for the instruction. Alright, here's your typical NX EdgeStyle base. I think all of them will come to this. It's not bad. You got this pretty nifty interlocking base as we get more of this. And you also have this basically the arm. Now this is not screw type like most Tamashi stands are, but it's on that hexagon, or not hexagon, octagon peg system, which you have to kind of pry it out and put it back like so. Right, and you also get this pillars, which if you want to put another one on top, you can do so. Well, I'll probably show that in a bit once I get more of this NX EdgeStyle. Alright, next is the figure. Alright, we got MazinKaiser here. He looks amazing. Just look at the head sculpt. Pretty cool. And it kind of reminds me of the Mel Boy. I'm not quite sure if that's a die-cast figure or it's a resin, or it could be both. but those are really expensive, and they're kind of like the super deformed style, and I'm really happy that they finally come up with this. Although they are, can't remember if Kotsubuki EdgeStyle made this. Can't remember. I don't think they've made the MazinKaiser yet, but they are making other super robots. Looking this into more detail, get a lot of power lines, really cool. Even the shoulder, just amazing details for something this scale. Pretty awesome. Now, when I first reviewed Strike Freedom, I'm not too impressed with that white rubber texture. This one, we still have that same rubber feel, although it's a little bit more harder. But you got that matte finish, which is great. And you have this silver paint on and gold. It looks even better. Yeah, look at that silver. So I think it works really well for MazinKaiser, and yeah, it looks amazing. There are a few things, half of the joint on the elbow, on the waist, even the knees are yellow. That's the points where there's going to be a lot of movement, and having it on gold will probably just rub it off. So that's probably why they chose that. It's not too bad, but just a heads up. Yeah, this is really nice. Now let's just quickly go over the head articulation before I attach the backpack wings. So again, this thing pops off. Put it back in. This thing moves here, the horns. And you got this wings in front of his chest, does move around. And it helps you when he's moving his shoulders around here. Fairly good articulation. You got waist. I don't think there's a mid-torso. You get a little bit of movement there for the shoulder, which is great. You get the waist, you get the knee, ankle, and I don't think that you probably can hear that noise, squeaking. Yeah, so you get quite a bit of articulation for this guy, which is great. Alright, so I think that's about it in terms of that. Let's attach the wings on the back. So actually, when I first started putting this on over here, and like, how come it's not staying on? It's too loose. Something going on there? It actually turns out you gotta put it all the way in till you hear that pop, and it stays there. You get a swivel, not so much for the wiggle, but not too bad. Do the same thing here till it pops. Let's reattach this guy here. Am I putting this on correctly? There we go. And I just want to point out this part here is kind of like a flexible plastic, which might be a good thing. You don't want to have too many sharp on the back here. The backpacks are really nice. They're made in this hard plastic with a lot of details on them, similar with Strike Freedom. And actually, I was checking on it. If you are familiar with Super Robot Chogokin or SRC, it's another Tamashi. And I'm having, there we go. And this one is just a straight peg, so not much articulation there. I took this out. So for this guy, you have that connection. I look at Strike Freedoms, it's actually molded in. And I thought it'll be nice if it's kind of like SRC, where you can interchange the backpack. If you can do that, interchange the arms or even the legs, that could give another possibility for, you know, playability. And this will probably be more collectible, in my opinion, if you have that more playability there. But it doesn't seem that way. Who knows? Maybe they will have the same connection for other NX EdgeStyle. We'll see. I kind of wish they do. Otherwise, you have connection points there for the peg. And I think I pretty much went over in terms of articulation and in this figure. Next up, a few accessories. Alright, so for the first accessory, we got the connection ports here. You get two of them, and you can actually just use one. We're gonna pop this out. It pops on that elbow right there, although mine before pops off on the shoulder. Connect this part here like so, and you got your rocket punch. It's kind of lackluster. There's no effect parts, and that's basically it. Not too bad. They give you that option. You can do a rocket punch. Yep. So I'm just gonna take this out. It's a nifty gimmick, but it's one of those, okay. Alright, I'm putting this back on. Otherwise, we do have a sword, a MazinKaiser sword. Not sure if there's actually a particular one. I'm not too familiar with MazinKaiser. I haven't really watched the shows yet. I can't identify him. There's even a MazinKaiser SKL or MazinKaiser Skull, which will be nice if they make a NX EdgeStyle of that too. But here's the sword, nicely painted. You got that gold, got that red and silver. Alright, so this one just mounts here. Same thing here. And interestingly enough, they give you an angled left holding hand. Now, not sure if MazinKaiser is left-handed. He wields the sword on his left, but that's what's on the instruction, although in the box, he's holding it with his right. So either way. And that's pretty much it. You don't get any open hand or any additional hands on this. And I think there's really no need. For the most part, you're just gonna have him probably on this pose, on this base. Let's swap this out again. And yeah, I don't really see a point. It would be nice, actually. You know what? I take that back. I actually would want more hands. But who knows? Maybe they'll add that on future releases. Kind of like what they do on Dragon Ball. They added more stuff as it gets more popular. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, not too bad. I actually like this a lot more than Strike Freedom. Just in terms of the paint app, it's a lot better on this one. And yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool figure. Highly recommend getting this one. On my previous video, someone asked me if that I should post how much they cost. I tend to do that sometimes, but it's not consistent. Just mainly because some of the figures I review are pretty much closed out. What do you call that? Sold out upon release, and the price just goes up in the market, and it's kind of hard to say. I mean, this is 30 bucks. About 30 bucks, and who knows, this might be 40 bucks, 50 bucks in the future when you're watching this, or it could be 20 bucks. It's on clearance. Who knows? But if you are interested, you can just look it up, and basically when you're trying to buy one, you'll see the price. Yep, that's pretty much it for the review for NX EdgeStyle MazinKaiser. He looks amazing. I really like him. And if you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.